To transfer talk. How about that? Manchester United is looking to CONCACAF, of all places, for reinforcements. The club reportedly interested in both Edson Alvarez. That was supposed to be a different video that was playing there. Of course, with West Ham. And Jonathan David of Canada, who plays with Lille. Let's start with the Manchester United side of this thing, Shaka. Are those the two guys that Manchester United should be targeting as they get ready to, what I'm assuming is rebuild from the terrible season they had?
I'm not sure. I'm not that sold on Jonathan David to Manchester United, in all honesty. Edson Alvarez makes total sense to me. There's question marks about Casemiro and his future and Saudi Arabia's interest. And Edson Alvarez really has been that good for West Ham. The complaint being he gets himself in disciplinary problems a little.
Games, yeah.
Let me be specific. On the field,
correct.
Disciplinary problem. You have to make sure and draw that
especially with Turk.
Disciplinary problems. Yeah, no. Picking up too many cheap yellow cards and therefore missing too many games cheaply and without need. But without question, I think he's talented enough. I think Manchester United, I'm just not sure Jonathan David is he fit. I'm not sure that he's the one that they needed. And maybe alongside Højlund and they find a way to play two of the young strikers together. But I feel Manchester United needs somebody a little bit older, a little bit more experienced, a little bit more of a leader to play alongside or instead of Højlund.
I mean, he does it for Canada. David definitely can play with another striker. We see it all the time.
But I know what Shaq's talking about. A team like Manchester United, with how much money they spent in the last 8 years, if you will, more than some teams have spent in probably their whole history. You expect a talented striker, a reliable striker, of the ilk of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he was there. That type of player, when Cristiano Ronaldo bringing him back, even though that didn't work out, you expect a big name. That's not the case. I think this is more of a bargain buy. Jonathan David has a very good pedigree for my money. I mean, we're talking about Genk, goes to Lille, all-time leading goal scorer at Lille, proved himself at Genk in Belgium and now in the French league. Obviously ready for that next step. A very good 9 with playmaking abilities. He plays like a 9.5, almost 10. A lot of playmaking in his game. This is more, this man will be out of his contract soon, and it could be a bargain buy. That's what it screams to me, a very smart buy, so I don't mind that, but certainly not of the nature that Manchester United will be looking for to overtake a Højlund. And when it comes to Edson Alvarez, I like this a lot. It makes a lot of sense. He knows Erik ten Hag.
You think he's at the level for, not where Manchester United are, because remember, they're not bringing him in to keep them at their same level. Right, but they're trying to get to another level. They're not bringing in Edson Alvarez to stay at the same level.
Then you don't keep Erik ten Hag. Because you keep Erik ten Hag, you're not trying to get to another level.
I think that's probably
all I heard was win or lose in the FA Cup final, Erik ten Hag is gone. And lo and behold, he is still here. So as long as he is here, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt to bring in the players he wants. He has history.
How is that gone?
He has history with Edson Alvarez. Look, this isn't an Anthony type of buyer. We're going to spend $100 million for him, and it goes down the drain. This is a very good player who Chelsea wanted, who Borussia Dortmund, the runners-up in the Champions League final, wanted. He's a good player that can be of use, because certainly Casemiro today isn't that same player. Can Edson Alvarez be a utility player, a quality player for United? I think he can. He's not going to solve their problems.
Is he going to be a starter for Manchester United?
Yes, you don't bring him in to not start.
Shaka made an interesting point. You talked about the games he misses because of cheap yellow cards. And I think sometimes when you say cheap yellow cards, there's the thought that, like, oh, that's something a player can grow out of. Can I just suggest this? I think it might be a feature of his game. I think oftentimes he is late to challenges because he's slow and he gets a yellow card. I don't know that it's something that he can just learn his way out of. And at a bigger club like Manchester United,
the league, in the Premier League. It's the fastest league in the world, so that comes into play. Listen, he's a player that's going to be of use to Erik ten Hag. We've seen how Erik ten Hag has deployed Casemiro in the center-back position. It's not worked. But we've seen the penchant to doing so. We've seen the penchant for those center backs to always be injured. Edson Alvarez is a player that both national team and club level has played at that center back position as well. For the right money, I think this is a very good buy.